Stages Theater was founded in 1993 by Brian Kojak. The goal was to establish and maintain an aggressive production schedule for the purpose of accelerating the development of the artists involved. Stages Theater was located in an industrial complex in Anaheim, California, and sat 50 to 60 patrons. In 1993, Stages produced 26 primetime and late-night productions. In 1994, we produced a total of 30 productions. 27 of them were either original or an adaptation. As a reminder, this is a theater production designed and intended to be performed for a live audience. This video is a record of the production, but unfortunately the lighting, sound quality, and the camera's focus, or lack thereof, cannot compare to the actual live performance experience.
musicians, whom you've just heard playing the overture. Not bad. I will be playing the part of Chester Marchby this evening, along with your host and narrator, in helping you overcome some of the more rockier areas in this new and challenging script. But first, is our author in the house tonight? Carol! See anyone wearing a red beret or a black scarf? Look around, people. Red beret, black scarf. No? Good, but she doesn't know what hurt her. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce that the part of our heroine, Amelia, will be played by Miss Candace Lloyd! Oh, this is going to be a very special show. Okay, why don't we start you off at the beginning? Act 1, Scene 1, the house of Jonathan Fish, somewhere in the Americas, shortly after Darwin. As the lights come up, we find Jonathan Fish in conference with his brother, the Reverend Edward Marchby, while his wife lies in labor in the next room. All right, is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Woo! Hey, go!
Is she dead?
No, Jonathan, she's having a baby.
She's not dead.
No, be happy, she's giving you an heir. How could you think she was going to die?
They sometimes die having babies.
You sound... Great heavens, you sound as if you almost wished for it.
How could you think that?
Well, I don't know.
About me, Edward?
I'm sorry, I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't either.
Well, you're the one who said you thought she was going to die.
What was I supposed to think? I come into my house, my wife is screaming, the servants are running around like mad, and no one will talk to me, and you're here. Of course I thought she was going to die.
I wasn't sent for. I was out for a walk by our fence and I heard the screaming.
They sent for the doctor?
I sent for him. She's my sister. Didn't she tell you she was going to have a baby?
She may have mentioned it, I don't remember. I knew at some point she'd have a baby. It's what women do. Why, last year, your wife just gave birth to your lovely son, Chester.
Chester.
And today your wife will make you as happy as mine made me.
Ha!
My dear Jonathan, I can understand the strain you are under at this moment, but I must say, I do not like your attitude toward my sister.
Attitude? What attitude?
Remember, I was there when you promised to love, honor, and cherish her?
I will not be held responsible for upholding conventions that have betrayed me.
That what?
Your sister betrayed me.
But how?
And your mother betrayed me.
My dear
And my mother betrayed me.
Jonathan!
And my school, my country,
Jonathan,
the whole world has betrayed me. God has betrayed me. Edward, my life has been ruined.
Stop!
Destroyed.
Please, stop! He'll hear you.
Who?
What?
Who will hear me?
God. He's listening.
Oh.
Always is.
Oh.
Have to be very careful.
Is this all right?
I think so. The important thing is not to attract his attention.
My wife has destroyed me. Your mother was in on it.
What did she do?
She never cooked and cleaned, mended and sewed, or pushed the floor.
Stop. Okay. This is a song. Look, we couldn't cut them all, so we're just gonna have to do them without as much backup as we can provide. We'll do our best. So just hang in there, okay? Ready? The song of the betrayal.
You were about to tell me of your wife.
So I was. I was brought up in my father's house as my father's only son. I was taught from my birth by parents and nurse that my duty was only one. As I was a man, and I am a man, I was born to advance my place in the race and advance it as best as I can. For this lifelong labor which I undertook, my God and my parents agreed to provide a means of support by which I could endure the slavery, the solitude to which, with my sex, I was heir. Someone to care for me, come there for me all of the neat and boring details of existing while I did my work. I was told to go to any party or dance in town, and there I would find every eligible girl lined up against the wall for my consideration. I had only to do is choose one and be provided with the creature who would love only me, think only of me, and do my bidding in every room in the house, and be happy about it. For such is her vocations, it's all her educations, and this is what she lived to do.
That's very true.
I married your sister.
I know, I was there.
Mary Ellen didn't talk too much. She had a nice shape.
Yes.
And a way of crinkling her nose when she smiled, I thought, for the rest of her life, I could bear to look at it.
And she has a nice smile.
I was sure she was everything her attitude in our society promised she would be. Well, she could learn to sit eagerly by my side and digest the knowledge I passed on to her. She could have been a dear companion to my mind and body.
What happened?
I consulted her father and mother, who were married. I was never more deceived. Oh, I knew I was the most eligible of her suitors. I'm very rich. She told me I was handsome. Imagine my shock, my stupefaction. No sooner had I given her my name and carried her to my bed, she demands me the key to the house. She busies herself with the house, and not with me. No! Yes! And imagine my father amazed when I discovered she does not love me. Her husband, your sister does not love me in the slightest.
She went to a very expensive school.
I've been betrayed by my society. Think of the man I could have been. Think of what I could have done. Had Mary Ellen been to me what she was supposed to be, a companion to meet my few particular needs. The world has been forever deprived of the work I might have done. Edward, I am a ruined man. With someone to care for me, all of the making and stupid details of existing, and I could have been a botanist. Everyone like me through it! Let's go see how she's doing.
Okay. This next scene takes place in the room where Mrs. Jonathan Fish is in labor. But we had to cut it. See, the author writes in that Fish and his wife do a duet over the baby, and then Fish, still singing, takes the baby to another house in the country. Yeah, I told you we had problems with the script. But don't worry, we have to keep the duet. So, Jonathan Fish falls into reverie, and we did this.
I weep for the country that gave me birth, in which I became a wife, that tied me in marriage to a man I didn't know, to serve him the rest of my life, which is over, to serve him the rest of my life.
Madam, I gave you no reason to lament your lot in life, since you made no effort to take on the burden you should have as soon as my wife.
Oh, death ends forever this trouble between us. My absence will settle at rest. But one thing I need you to take my place with you, the child that I grew neath my breast, and I bearing the child that I grew neath my breast.
Take your place with me, what do you mean?
You never loved me. I don't know why you married me. Perhaps you will love my child in my place.
Will they love me?
You are his father.
There's no possibilities. Distinct possibilities.
Farewell to this world of men and their servants. Goodbye to my life of despair and distress. The legal dependent and drudge of my husband, imprisoned and captive because of my sex. I was captive because of my sex.
Oh, shut up!
Okay, we're gonna have to apologize here. Okay. The original author of this piece is a feminist. Yeah. This was supposed to be one of those voice of the oppressed feminist plays, you know, unbearable male sex depression of the heroine, ending in suicide and remorse. But don't worry, I cut out all the worst parts and to fix the ending. The ending's great. So, if you'll just ignore all those overtones, everything will be fine. Oh, in this next scene, Fish, he gets a regrettable idea. He gets a regrettable
Shut
idea.
up! Perhaps my having a wife will be a complete waste after all.
What do you mean? I kept your house, got pregnant, bore your child, and died.
I see. She finally saw her duty to me. Since she was somehow inadequate in becoming my true companion, she has provided me with a son to make up for her own deficiencies.
My what?
Ah, my son. We'll go on walks together. We'll both read Darwin. We'll catalog the estate. We'll both become botanists. Mary Ellen, you are a saint.
Take good care of my baby, Fish, or I will come back and wring your neck.
Ah, it's a girl.
What?
It's a to remind you of her mother.
Take it back.
What?
I don't want it. Take it and put it back.
You're upset.
That woman has gone and cheated me from the moment I saw her. Now she's gone and cheated me again. Take it. Tell her I don't want it, and we're going to fight again.
Then what about my sister? My poor, dear, departing sister.
She's gone. Where did she go?
She's gone. Jonathan, she's gone.
Has she gone back to her mother's?
No, to her Father in heaven.
Oh, she would. She's gone at it again. That woman never lived up to responsibilities. Blast her.
Don't talk like that. He'll hear you. I don't know what will happen.
I don't care who hears me. I don't care what happens. Your sister was a sneaking, cheating girl, and I'm goddamn glad she's gone.
Ah, don't talk like that.
Give me that baby. No. Give me that baby.
No.
God damn it. Give me that baby.
Jesus! Take it! I didn't say it. He said it. I didn't say it. Arms and legs. Good. What do you want her for? Revenge. Jonathan, you can't. Oh, can't I? You can't blame her mother's faults on her. Give her back to me. No, she's mine. What are you going to do? Avenge myself on the whole female sex. She was supposed to provide me with a companion. This will be my companion. A girl? Why not? I'll teach her to become a botanist. You can't do that. You'll ruin her character. Give her back to me. Goddamn. Please. Stop saying that. Just give me the baby. Goddamn. Please. Goddamn. Stop saying that. Please listen to me. Don't come near me. Jesus Christ, Zion to the inferno. God hates a whiner. He doesn't look like your mother. Child shall be my vengeance on all the female kind. I'll raise you apart as a child of my heart. All your desires will be mine. This house will be your island. I'll hold the rest of the world. You'll never see what a girl might be. You'll grow up exactly like me. I'll see to it. You'll grow up precisely like me. Second scene, same place, 22 years later. Okay, this, for the first time, is where we meet Amelia, Miss Lord. Now, I know what some of you are probably thinking. How did this guy get Candace Lord to come into a show like this? What do you think? I offered her money. Yeah, it's put us way in the red. But I think it's going to be worth it, okay? All right. Playing the part of the fully grown Amelia Fish, Miss Candace Lord! What is it, Amelia?
Oh, look! The absolute last subspecies on the entire estate. I've mapped it, classified it, recorded it, and completed the diagram, section 346. Papa, we are finished.
There are no new growths by the lake.
Not today.
I checked your maps in sections 91 through 104.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Then we are finished.
Finished at last. Think of it. Every botanical subspecies on the entire estate, classified and mapped. Finished at last.
It was a wonderful project. I'm glad we finished in time. Well, goodbye, Papa.
What? Goodbye?
Papa, you can't have forgotten. I'm 22 today.
Oh, yes, happy birthday. What's all this about goodbye?
I'm 22. Today I go out in the world to find a ship like the Beagle and to be a naturalist all over the world for at least 5 years.
Oh, don't you like it here?
Well, of course I do, but Papa, I am a naturalist. Darwin went out in the Beagle when he was 22. I thought all naturalists did.
Oh, no. Only their fathers want them to become ministers.
Oh.
Amelia, I need you here.
But what is there now for me to do? We just finished.
Do? Now we can begin.
Begin?
Begin our great experiment by mapping all the changes in the plant life every season for the rest of our lives. With our roots, we have found the body of data on conditions of change in relation to flora and geological conditions of the closed environment.
That is wonderful. When can we start?
Immediately.
How exciting. Very well. I won't go to sea.
Good.
But Papa,
What is it now, Amelia?
if I am to stay here with you, don't you think it's time for some changes in my upbringing?
Changes? What kind of changes?
Well, I should like to read Darwin for myself now instead of you always reading it to me.
Well, perhaps.
And I would like for you to be a little more generous about answering my questions.
When have I ever been less than generous?
I don't want to have to draft them in advance in writing.
Well, your questions often require a great deal of thought.
And do you suppose you could answer a question for me now as it is my birthday?
What question?
For example, yesterday I was out near the gate looking...
Did you go out of the gate?
No, but I saw through it.
I knew I should never build gates.
I saw the most extraordinary creature, Papa, and this is my question. What is this classification? It was Homo sapien, I'm sure, because it was standing erect and it was talking, but it had hair. Well, it went down to about here, and it wore this thing, well, like this. Like, what is it?
A dress.
A creature called a dress?
Oh, no. It was wearing a dress.
And it was?
No, I don't know. Some kind of upright ape or something.
Papa, it's like mine. Papa, you must know. You do know. Why don't you want to tell me?
Very well, because today is your 22nd birthday, I will give you the second most important lesson of your life.
Why not the first?
You got that.
Darwin.
Darwin. Now the second.
Will it answer my question?
Of course. Today is the day of your sex education. Today I shall impart to you a very recent and exciting scientific discovery about the species Homo sapiens.
Really? What is it?
Why do you think man is the most superior and unique creature on the earth?
Well, according to Darwin, it is because our brains are larger, we have developed articulate speech, we walk upright, leaving our hands free to specialize in tool building.
No, these are all paltry differences. You can find these in some degrees even in the lower orders, while even our cousins walk upright.
The apes?
The apes. Think again.
Because we're omnivorous. Because we wear clothes?
Inclination, not evidence. No reason for self-congratulation.
Right. Because we laugh.
I never laugh.
Well, some of us laugh. We're social. Political.
You're groping.
Rational?
No.
Tell me!
Amelia, your guesses are fairly intelligent. However, you were guessing without being in possession of all the data.
About humans? Really?
Yes, well, how could you know? I mean, you never had the opportunity to leave the estate and collect data for yourself. Have you?
No.
You've never seen the world beyond my walls?
Never.
Then I must tell you. The human race is unique among the species because it is the only one to possess 3 sexes.
3? No.
Yes.
But Darwin only names 2. Women and men.
And girls.
Girls.
Yes, girls.
Was that what I saw there yesterday, Papa? A member of the third sex? A girl?
That's right. For years we have labored under the misapprehension that girls were simply underdeveloped women because they resemble women physically more than men. Women, on the other hand, have been up in arms against this agreement, but not until recently. The greatest scientific discovery since Darwin has been proved beyond any doubt that girls are indeed a separate sex.
But what is their function?
What are the functions of men and women?
To do our work and be one another's companion, helpmate, and support.
Exactly! And this is where the species outdoes itself! Now, we are rich, as you know, and thus we pay a few people to look after us. If we were not rich, how do you think we could get our work done? Who do you think would cook and clean, knit and sew, make the beds, do the dishes, draw the water, heat our baths, milk the cows, look after the horses, swat the pigs, feed the dogs, ground the kittens, water the garden, fix the roof, and coal in the furnace, and clean our boots when we come home from botanizing in the mud?
Girls? Girls do all of that?
It only takes one.
We have created an entire sex to take the drudgery off our hands and leave us free for our work? Papa, we are wonderful!
Men and women work with the sun, but the girls' work is never done.
Have they ever rebelled? I mean, if I were one of them...
Amelia, this is what they're born and raised to do. They are incapable of anything else. Education literally destroys their brain tissue, and in general, they're weaker than men and women, so they cannot enter into any sports or exercise with any enjoyment or excitement. They dedicate all their energies, mental, physical, and spiritual, to their chosen mate.
How exciting. How inspiring to be the object of such devoted service.
Exactly. There comes a time in everyone's developing. After he has seen a bit of life, he'll settle down to do his soul's work. He finds he cannot do his work in laundry, too. He needs it. Once he's got it, a what?
Is that the scientific name, Papa, or the common one?
The technical one. Listen closely. We must all thank God for girls. Yes, thank the Lord our knees for girls. They're the God-given gift to grace our manhood. The domestic economical ideal. They regenerate themselves and no further cost.
Each human being needs her own supporter. A nurse to ease her pains and hear her growls. And if she is to do her soul's work, she can't keep getting up to do the cooking too. So someone else has got to keep the house. We must all thank God for girls. Yes, thank Him on our knees for girls. And the God-given gift to grace our manhood. The domestic economical ideal. And they regenerate themselves at no further cost. They regenerate themselves every year. While we will be raised on languages and science, collecting specimens and dissecting fish. Who learn to cook and sew, to make and clean and polish. Love, honor, and obey our every wish. For God loved us
seek out interesting work to do in the world, and to do it with all his heart and skill, with any like-minded man or woman he may meet on the way. And it is the woman's job
To seek out interesting work to do in the world for the advancement of knowledge and the betterment of the human race, and to do it with all of her heart and skill as long as she lives, with the companionship of any like-minded man or woman she may meet along the way. And girls?
Girls are ready to become wives.
What do wives do?
Anything you'd like. She'll keep your bed warm. She'll even bring you your slippers if you like.
Wow. Will she cook me anything I want?
So if you smile and ask her nicely.
Will she clean my room and study?
She'll consider it her duty.
Will she watch and do the shopping?
You can beat her if she doesn't.
I want a wife.
A very wise decision, my dear.
Where do I find one?
At balls, parties, concerts. All the wives go there. They line up against the wall, wait to be picked.
How do I know which will be a good one?
That is a problem.
Can I try one out beforehand?
Sometimes she likes you enough.
Isn't there an official trial exchange policy?
Amelia.
What if I don't like her?
Amelia, nobody wants a used wife.
Yes, I can understand that.
You will have some consent. You will have some responsibilities towards her.
Like what?
She will be our financial dependent. And if her family's rich, and she brings money with her, you can control it.
I want one of those. Do girls exact any concessions in this agreement?
Oh yes, there's more. In this country, you have to promise to keep her and only her, not go running around after other girls.
But if I'm living here in this big house, Papa, wouldn't 2 wives be better than 1? Or even 3 or 4? It would make things easier on me.
That's not the way they want it.
Who is making the laws in this country? We haven't given political power to those mental deficients, have we?
Of course not, but as gentlemen, we must have some consideration for nature.
Of course. That's the little bitches, aren't they?
That's right. But nonetheless,
We must all thank God for girls. Yes, thank you, Lord, for girls. They're the God-given gift you bring from manhood. The domestic economic ideal. And they regenerate themselves.
the public wedding present.
They regenerate themselves every year. While we were being raised on the
Hold your house for a second, will you? Okay, we've come to yet another one of those places in the script I was telling you about. Now, the original author writes, at this particular moment, Mrs. Fish comes running and reeking of poverty, having just tracked down Fish to avenge herself and Amelia. But remember, we changed some things. Fish never took Amelia anywhere, and of course, Mrs. Fish is dead. But we do whatever the author wants whenever possible. Enter Mrs. Fish.
While we were being raised on languages and science, dissecting art and safety catching fish, who learned to look at songs, who learned to clean and polish, the honor and know they are every wish. For God loved us so, yes, God loved us so. God loved us so, He gave us girls. I've been wanting to do that for a long time.
I admit, she doesn't look as good in pants. You know what, I rewrote the end of the scene. Hit it, Vicki. Hey, Chester grabs her. Her childlike face raises under his, and then he... You don't want to give away the end. I should say this. I am Chester Marchby, the Reverend Son from next door.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
Hold on. I just wanted to take this opportunity in front of everybody to tell you what it means to be working so closely with you like this. And she's always treated me like a fellow actor, even though I was only a stage manager just until a few days ago.
Who are you? Where
wanted to tell you and everyone that this whole experience has just been really, really great. And I'm not in this scene yet. She's got a monologue here. This is good.